What's up, you sweaty nerds and greasy degenerates? Silverwolf's rerun banner is currently active right now. However, there is a problem with Silverwolf's rerun banner, and there may be a problem with every Silverwolf rerun banner for the rest of the game's lifespan. So, you may want to reconsider pulling for Silverwolf because of this issue, or at least be aware of the Silverwolf problem. So, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, everybody, just calm down. Just calm down. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. All right, just everybody calm down. This video is not clickbait. Okay, many of you may not actually have this problem though, so just everybody calm down. Okay, but there is a Silverwolf problem. It's less a problem with Silverwolf and more a problem with her light cone situation. Despite Nihility being such a stacked pathway for really good light cones, unfortunately for Silverwolf, she is somewhat of a unique Nihility character in the sense that a lot of these really benefit DOTs, and she is more of a debuffer. So the sad thing about this is that when Silverwolf released initially, she released with a special event light cone that you could easily run through the event and take the light cone all the way to S5 in like an hour or two. It was super easy to do. And you know what I mean? A lot of us were saying, guys, this light cone's cracked. This light cone's good. Even if you aren't going to be playing Silverwolf, get this light cone. And to this day, this light cone is not the best in, it's not just the best in slot for Silverwolf, it's also the best in slot for Pela. Okay, so like this light cone's just good, and it might end up being a really good light cone in the future for a lot of other characters that release, if they release with similar kits to Silverwolf and, you know, Pela. Now the problem is this light cone was only available during the special event, and it has not come back. Many of us were hoping that during her rerun we would see the return of this light cone, and the reason why this light cone is so good and it's so unfortunate that it has not returned with her rerun is that she really wants a lot of effect hit rate. This light cone gives you not only effect hit rate, but it's literally just like meshing cogs, but you also get effect hit rate. And everybody knows how good meshing cogs is because of the energy regen you get. Now this only works on defense reduced enemies, but Silverwolf is a debuffer. Every single ability she does, every single time you touch a button while you are on Silverwolf, she attacks with a debuff of some kind. And with this high effect hit rate, and with the effect hit rate we can give her through our relics, we can get a 100% guarantee that every time we touch a button with Silverwolf, she will apply some form of a debuff to the enemy, meaning that no matter what, you're going to get this 8 energy from her every single time. It works just like meshing cogs. If you take a look at meshing cogs, same thing, gives you 8 energy per turn. You get the picture. So Silverwolf is going to get a ton of energy back from this light cone, as well as have the effect hit rate that she really wants. The only other 2 options that we have, she really only has 3 like proper options for her, is Eyes of Prey, which is definitely the budget I wasn't around for her special event light cone kind of move. It increases the wearer's effect hit rate by 40% and increases DOT by 48%. There's only one problem with this light cone though. This is not available anywhere else but in the gacha system. So unless you've been playing the game for a while and making a lot of different pulls and just gotten really lucky, you don't necessarily have this light cone at S5. And only at S5 does it give you the 40% effect hit rate you want. And yeah, no, this DOT right here, this doesn't matter. This 48% doesn't do anything on a Silverwolf. But we use this for the 40% effect hit rate if we don't have the tutorial mission light cone. That's really sad and unfortunate that Hoyoverse has basically forced people into having to pull for her signature pretty much. You know what I mean? Unless you're willing to wait around and just get lucky and eventually get Eyes of Prey, which honestly might be the move for you. You might just want to wait until you get enough of these to basically fix your problem. Otherwise, you're stuck trying to pull for her signature. But there's a problem here too, because only at S5 does her signature give you an effect hit rate of 40%. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the middle portion here. It gives you some crit rate. If you're not building a crit version of Silverwolf, you don't really care about the crit rate. However, there is a nice debuff here on the bottom half of the light cone as well. But honestly, is this debuff as good as the 8 energy you get every single time you push a button with Silverwolf? I don't know. You could actually make the argument, and you would be valid in thinking that the tutorial mission special event light cone, which is only a 4-star, is actually better than her signature even at S5 because of the energy you can get back from the Silverwolf. You can build around the energy you get back from it, and it can make a really, really powerful build for you. Now, of course, you have the argument that maybe Incessant Rain at S5 is better for what you might be doing, but a lot of people would agree with me that the tutorial mission light cone's actually the best. Now, it's, again, just super unfortunate that we thought we might be getting this light cone back, and we just simply have not gotten it back. Her rerun is active. It is we're currently in the middle of her rerun, and this light cone is not available. Now, why on earth would they do something like this? Why would they give us something like this and then never again? Well, two reasons. It makes this light cone very special. And that's very cool for all of the people that pulled it. A lot of people are like, yeah, I was there for that. You know what? You know that feeling of FOMO, that feeling of missing out? Well, there's an opposite feeling to that. There's the feeling of, I was there. People literally sometimes go into certain people's comments. Like if somebody does a really cool speed run, and they were there watching the streamer do a really cool speed run of a certain game, sometimes, you know, if they're a fan or whatever, they'll go into the comments of the video that follows and say, I was there or something. People do that kind of stuff all the time. There's a feeling of I was there for the special event light cone, kind of a feeling. But there's another more important reason that they won't bring back this light cone. Well, the reason is money. Because if you weren't there, like, they can look good by giving us this light cone when she first comes out, and then when the rerun comes along, they don't have to give this back, because it kind of gives it that special feeling. And on top of it, it forces players into having to pull on the gacha system, whether it be trying to get copies of Eyes of Prey, or whether it be trying to get yourself her signature light cone. A lot of people will end up spending a little bit of extra money, even if it's just trying to get the Welkin Pass active for $5 a month to give yourself some extra pulls in order to be able to potentially justify this. Every single time they get you to spend any money in the game, they've won, because you're more likely to spend money in the game again. And unfortunately, this is part of their plan. Hoyoverse, at the end of the day, do make really, really good games that you could play 100% free to play and you would have a great time. That's what I've been doing up until this point, but unless you were there the whole time for all of the different events, you might be missing out on certain things, such as the special event light cone. And you might be forced into potentially having to pull on the gacha system to get her signature. But like I said, at S1, it isn't honestly that good compared to her special event light cone. So I'm sorry to any players out there that unfortunately can't build their Silverwolf the way they might want to with the special event light cone. My heart goes out to you, because honestly, I think Hoyoverse should try to do something other than just kind of push you guys to try to get this light cone, because there's no way they're that dumb, right? There's no way they're this stupid. They're fully aware of this, right? Because they have to play test the game. They have to do all these different things. There's a reason why this light cone at S5 says 40%. And this light cone says 40% at S5. And this light cone says 40%. They're not stupid. They know what they're doing. And they're fully aware that, believe it or not, they're actually going to make some extra cash. They're going to make some extra money by not bringing back this light cone and kind of like putting the pressure on players to pull for the signature. So let me know if you did pull for Silverwolf, if you are pulling for Silverwolf. This isn't supposed to be some deterrent to force you guys or push you guys to not pull for Silverwolf, but it is a warning. Hey guys, if you're on the fence about pulling for Silverwolf, or if you're worried about how to build the character, just remember, it's going to be a little bit tough. unless you can, you know what I mean, get more copies of maybe Eyes of Prey, or maybe you're a whale or something and you're able to get copies of her signature. Just wanted to put this out there and let you guys know that there is a little bit of a Silverwolf light cone problem. She's still a great character. I love her to death. She's a character I use like every other day, you know what I mean? To this day, I still use her. Anyways, if this video was helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, please consider leaving a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.